everyone, and welcome back once again to Minecraft. This time featuring the Gigeresque mod. A mod which, as usual for this character's experience, adds new and horrifying monsters to the seemingly serene world of Minecraft. Horror, of course, is all in the discovery of the unknown. And so, in that spirit, as usual, I've done as little research into this mod as I possibly could. The only thing I know is that it's heavily influenced, of course, by the works of H.R. Giger, creator of such designs as the infamous Xenomorphs and, well, probably all the body horror that goes along with that, right? Now, I had to install a whole laundry list of mods in order to get this working, and what I could glean from that is that it probably makes significant changes to both the animations and the AI. So I'm real worried about what's going to be going on here. This character has been subject to so many horrors, but I don't know, there's just something about that scholarly curiosity that just can't keep him away. And there are other mysteries at play as well. It seems like the blood, and anything associated with that other dimension we previously conquered, has disappeared. And you know why that happened? For story reasons, and not because the Deep Blood mod isn't compatible with Fabric, which is required for this. Oh no. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. But I suppose that does mean that the lab can be converted for use with whatever we find out there. Wait, are those... Oh, it's an Enderman! I thought that was maybe part of the mod at first. I just saw a couple of glowing eyes staring at me from the forest. Oh, that was creepy. But yeah, I'm not left with nothing to go on. The very same morning I awoke to find all this stuff gone. There was a message mysteriously etched into my door. Never mind that it wasn't there during the intro 2 seconds ago. A mysterious spell. What could it possibly mean? Better try reciting the incantation, or else this might take many hours of training up a villager to give us a map. Oh, and it seems like we actually have a couple of things we can do. I was advised to not do the skulk one, but to simply look for the regular. And it gives us a set of coordinates. Oh, this is exciting. Now, for those of you who are new to this channel, maybe are just discovering it through this video, or haven't seen the previous 2 videos in this series, I really like to approach horror from an analytical perspective, because I find that by analyzing horror, it allows us to appreciate and really feel what it wants you to feel that much more easily. Not only that, it allows you to apply that knowledge and, you know, maybe expand that into your own work. And so let the lab that I built down here act as sort of a cue, but I really like to approach these things from that scientific perspective, and that's what we'll be doing here. And so it's really interesting how all 3 of the mods that I've showcased on this world have sort of been from a different angle of approaching it. The Cave Dweller was something we just sort of stumbled upon during a cave diving expedition. But even after we got away, well, we essentially made our base camp here and used it to continue studying its behavior and eventually defeating it. Now, the Deep Blood realm was something entirely different. It sort of came to us, appearing first as ungodly howls in the night, and finally attacks from mysterious creatures out of the forest. This is a little different because this is something that we, entirely of our own volition, are seeking out. We know there's something at these coordinates. We know it's probably not good, but, well, we just can't help but go try and satisfy our curiosity. Yeah, I made myself a boat with a chest because, on an expedition like this, you just never know what kinds of unearthly treasures you'll have to haul back. But maybe that's the least of my concern. I always find that, like, this sort of Lovecraftian, like, expedition gone wrong is one of my favorites for a horror genre, because it's got such a sense of discovery to it. But your curiosity and, let's face it, greed pushes you onward. You just need to know what'll happen. I mean, I talked before about how this is different in that it's a horror we are choosing to go forth and try and find. And so I want us to remember that, because when we're dealing with whatever threat this unleashes, we need to think about the fact that we chose this. That at this moment, right now, we could make the decision to turn back and never even see this stuff. But that's not what we're gonna do. Let's just place a torch here to mark this as our hidey hole, and a place we can potentially return to if need be. And just sort of hunker down for the night, because I do not currently have the means to actually make a bed. You know what? New journal entry. I can't sleep. So why bother? What am I waiting for? I've conquered the night, I've conquered the caves, I've conquered another dimension, even if that dimension has closed itself off to me. I just can't wait around for this. I'm far too impatient and far too curious. Oh, not pillars, masts. I think this is a good old-fashioned shipwreck. Okay, well, let's try and have a look, I suppose. We've got an empty bucket, so we can probably create an air pocket. Maybe we can find some treasures that'll help us here. Ooh, wait, we can stand in the doorway. That'll work. I don't understand why I can't get any of these source blocks to go away, but I suppose I'll take the books and a buried treasure map. Well, this expedition has certainly been fruitful already. And look at that. That is the weirdest version of the movie theater effect, to go underwater during the night and re-emerge to find that it's daylight now. Actually, wait. I mean, it's good that we found that, but I just realized I should have been heading towards negative 1920 and negative 1504. So I guess we're heading straight in the other direction. Hello? Ah, we were attacked by a rare cartoon sound effect fish. Wow, we are having to cross like an entire ocean to get to where I'm going. And it seems a storm is set upon us, and some horrifying beasts of the sea. Docile though they may be, they're still quite disconcerting to look at. Now, these look significantly more hostile, and we do not have the potions to be dealing with such a place, so we'll leave that for now. Times like this, it all feels like an omen. I am seeing all kinds of evidence of lost civilizations and sunken ships. I'm starting to wonder if my sinking wasn't actually deliberate, or at least some force of nature that we could have known about. Now, this whole area seems like some sort of Bermuda Triangle for all the wrecks we're finding. Now, we did find that one village, but it seemed like they survived by mostly keeping to themselves. Ooh. New journal entry. Been quite a day after realizing that I had been traveling in the wrong direction. Ooh, and discovered civilization. Okay, the people are not exactly globally connected around these parts, but it may prove a useful port in the storm. Look, they've got houses all the way up on that hill. I hope they don't let their little old ladies live up there, unless they do so as a joke, because it's funny to watch them walk up and down the steps every day. But let's see. We're actually most of the way there. Maybe we can speak to them and see if they know anything? Let's just leave our boat right here. We may have to. Maybe we could even set off on a horse if we can buy one from them. Alright, this is where we're spending the night, which should be quite a bit better than our previous accommodations. And maybe even better than home. Hi, kitty. Oh yeah, you run away. Hey folks, would you happen to know anything about some strange findings at these coordinates? Yeah, I didn't think so. Either the locals don't know legitimately, or they're just not willing to talk about it. Either way, I'm undeterred. So what's the deal with horses? Like, is anybody gonna stop me if I try and just, like, take one? You're probably gonna buck me a couple of times. Oh, right, but I don't have a saddle. So that's an issue. Alright, well, in any case, we've made friends with the horse, so, perhaps we can do something with you at some point? Maybe we'll find something in the caves. But until then, I think it's time for us to get some lodging for the night. And by lodging for the night, I mean running into this guy's house before he gets a chance to use his own bed. Goodbye. Good night, sir. You gotta take what you can where you can. Oh, I was gonna say, I thought I saw something, like, moving around behind you. I was like, are the deep blood creatures back? Oh, that would be so creepy. Look at that face on the sun. It's just like, I don't know, man, you do it. Well, I think for now our best course of action will be to climb this hill, my punishment for making fun of the little old ladies they like to send up there, and see what I can see from the highest peak. Maybe if we glance off in the direction we're looking, we'll see something useful to us. Actually, I must admit, it is quite a beautiful spot. Their way of life may be simplistic compared to what I'm used to, but I mean, look at it. It's such a serene life. If only they knew the horrors that exist out there the way I do. But maybe that's the important thing about the pursuit of knowledge. I mean, they may live in ignorance, but it's up to people like me to learn about these things so that when they inevitably come knocking, we know how to deal with them. Then again, maybe it's my poking and prodding that causes all of these horrors to become an inevitability. In fact, I don't know if it'll save this, but let me just take a screenshot of the coordinates here, just so that I know, if nothing else, it'll be saved on the recording, just so I know how to get back here and use it sort of as an outpost. Let's finish climbing this mountain and just see what's off in that direction. Oh no, it's snowy. Is this the kind of snow that I can sink into? 'Cause that would be dangerous. Oh, wow, look, it's a mushroom forest. And an icy mountain off in the distance. I wonder if maybe it would be beneath that? I think it's too close, but I'm not exactly sure. Yep, that's the call of the wild. I see a gaping hole in the side of a mountain, and I just can't help but stick my whole hand down there and pull out whatever's in there. Yeah, it's becoming very clear that going around this mountain is going to be a necessity, lest we sink into its snowy banks. So around we go. It kind of sucks to be on foot for this leg of the trip and not using the boat, but, well, at least it's an opportunity to gather supplies and do some sightseeing. But I'm getting some real stuttering here. Maybe the world falls apart the closer we get to these coordinates. Maybe that's a thing. Or maybe I'm desperate to come up with a roleplay explanation for everything. Yeah, I'm getting like single-digit FPS right now, and it shoots back up to 60 and back down. I don't know why it's doing this. I'm not reading significant usage of any component. I think this is just the game. Okay, I've just restarted, and that seems to have fixed it, and whoa. Oh, I've never seen this before. Oh, I think this was, I think this is a 1.20 update thing. I think that's what they call a cherry blossom forest. Oh, that is so cool. I'll have to go collect some samples of that. Maybe bring something back and start a garden of my own. Oh, look, the leaves even fall from the trees. That is so gorgeous. Okay, as night falls, what I'm thinking right now is, you know what this game needs? Hammocks. Beds that you can string between trees and just sleep in them. Let's just dig ourselves a little bit of a hobbit hole right here. There we go, as unintrusive as possible. And I am happy with that. Let's just let everyone know we're home. And seal ourselves in again. Now let's have another look. Yeah, we're extraordinarily close to those coordinates. According to this, only 263 blocks away, meaning that whatever we're looking for, it's actually hidden in amongst all this beauty. Now that's quite a thing to think about, but it's something I've been thinking about for this entire episode so far. You just never know what's out there. I mean, think about that for real life too, you know? What is an elephant if not a giant monster? And really, what is a cryptid but a creature we haven't discovered yet? I mean, if they had found Bigfoot right after the film in the 1960s, well, by now we'd have given it a name. We'd be seeing them in zoos. And the legend would only be like a cliff note, something they have as a fun fact on the little board in front of the exhibit. That's why I've always been so fascinated with deep sea exploration and with space exploration. It's the reality we live in, and shining a light into the darkness and learning more about just how interesting and varied the world we live in is simultaneously terrifying and innately satisfying. It's like we're programmed as humans to be terrified of what might be over the next hill, and yet we're driven to know what it is. Still, we have come far enough from our home away from home now that our destination literally is just over the next hill. And so I can only repeat myself so much longer before we have to take the dive and see just what it is exactly. Oh, it's gonna end up being under that cavernous mountain, isn't it? Actually, it looks like it probably goes just a bit farther. And I would like to have a use for our boat and all this, so maybe we'll use that to get ourselves the final leg of the trip. Passing beneath these tall mountains, I can't help but feel that I'm traveling in the footsteps of the ancients, you know? And then again, I've been in caves before. What am I worried about? Even dealt with some of the locals, and, well, it ended with him drowning in a cavern. I think the best way to attack this is going to be by entering through here, right? Alright, let's just leave this, mark it, and see what we can do. Oh wait, I've just realized, Optifine doesn't appear to be working in this version. Maybe I accidentally installed the Forge one. And so we're actually gonna have to place these things. I'm so used to carrying just a few. I haven't been keeping stocks lately. Okay, this is probably the right way. But man, I've really grown to hate cave diving. First things first, I think we'll start shopping into the cave, maybe make a base here, but get ourselves exactly to the coordinates on where we need to be. Very close now. And here we are at negative 1920, negative 1504. But we have no idea. We have no idea what that vertical axis actually is. I can hear the monsters moving around in the mountain all over me. I know that this thing is porous. That much is clear from a visual inspection from a distance. That's broken, but I'm already seeing this stuff, which means we should be breaking through to a cave extremely soon. Yep. Well, the locals are angered. Some nice underground water flows, potentially another way out. I think we should investigate this, because this will be a lot easier to notice in a pinch than my little hidey hole. Ah, yes, yes, yes. This is extraordinarily useful. I wish I had discovered this first. It would have saved me a whole lot of digging. Alright, so I've started to realize that aimlessly wandering these caves hoping to find the solution is a fool's errand. Especially when I've already got the coordinates. So instead, I'm looking more to the latter family of solutions. And I think we're just going to dig straight down until we hit whatever it is we're meant to get to. I mean, penetrating this has been very difficult so far. And well, we started from the base of the mountain, so whatever we're looking for, it must be very, very deep. Here's where we have to dig. Who knows what this hole is going to become. We have reached deep slate, but still seemingly not our target, and while we're clinging to this ladder, it's taking an increasingly long time to actually mine out. And it's making the environment around us seem so much darker. Hello, this is something different. Is this something... No, the shovel doesn't penetrate it. Hang on, this is some tough stuff. Organic alien block. This stuff is organic? We found it! We're finding, like, masses of something that isn't quite flesh, but is apparently alive? Okay, hang on. We're going up to the surface, and we're going to start collecting some of this. We're going to start collecting as many samples as we possibly can. That is really quite deep. Wait, how deep is it? Oh, we'll find out in a minute. I'm putting my science hat on. Okay, we're going to make a promise to ourselves, since we're so far away, to play it as safely as we possibly can, to make sure that we're able to leave and go back home and study whatever specimens we bring back. Alright, beginning initial descent. And it's only now that I look down at my work that I realize just how deeply we had to go. And there's a mountain on top of all of that, while so hidden in a way that would likely never have been disturbed by mere mortals, and certainly would never have been disturbed by me, leaving the question of just who scratched those coordinates on my wall to begin with. But I'm always happy for the opportunity. Now, the first thing that I noted when extracting these blocks is that despite seeming organic, they are extremely tough. Look at that. My diamond pickaxe is hardly making a dent in this other substance. Let's continue counting this down. While we're at it, let's also see what our depth is. It seems we are at negative 27 chunks, and even Silk Touch did not produce a usable block from that. Okay, now this other substance is a little bit easier. Oh wait, Silk Touch doesn't do it at all! Alright, we are inserting a light source. There's an actual structure within. Okay, let's make sure this is all working correctly. Get that out of the way. We want to have stairs. Let's again try this with a non-Silk Touch, and that does produce something. It'll take significantly longer using only iron. But Silk Touch seems to actively destroy these things. Could be a useful note. No, this just doesn't produce a block at all, whatever this is. Oh, look. It's covered in skulks, similar to what we found under the other mountain. All this water dripping from above? Wait. Oh, this god doesn't build in straight lines. These are hallways. Okay, we'll have to do something to denote where we came from besides the torches themselves, because it might be real easy to get lost in here. Where can we place these torches? Just... Oh, no! We've encountered a thing! Go, 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 go! Okay, that is alive, and it is not a creature I've seen before! Get off, please, get off, please, get off, please, get off, please! How do I get you off of me? No, seriously, what do I do about you? How do I get you off? Hunger, mining fatigue, and weakness. Is there anything? I can't move at all. I can eat through this, but I can't actually finish anything I'm eating. Are you just gonna starve me to death? Yeah, no, that's starting to do hunger damage. What am I actually meant to do about you? Oh, you've fallen off. Okay, let's try and eat some of these baked potatoes, restore some of our hunger. And you're gone. What was happening to my torch right there? I feel not good. Also, I don't know how much I'm supposed to roleplay this, pretending I don't know what alien is. But knowing what alien is, I'm very, very concerned for my health right now. Okay, let's equip the bow. I can't equip a weapon. I can't equip a weapon at all. Oh wait, no, I can use it, but my view has gotten all screwed up. Everything's moving so slowly. Okay, well, only a few more seconds of this. And we're back, but we're taking damage. Taking damage from what? Okay, wait, should I start excising myself from this situation? Get on the ladder. Will we make it? Keep eating those baked potatoes to keep whatever it did to me at bay. I'm just trying to keep myself alive for as long as possible. Get myself as close to my bed as possible. But I don't think there's going to be much I can do about this. It's not even reading any effects on me. It's just sort of doing it. Come on, come on. A parasite ruptured my chest. And another one comes out of me. So that's their life cycle, huh? I'm just gonna have to beat this thing to death. I have no weapons. Oh, look. Oh, ow! 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 It's damaging me! Ow! I'm gonna die again. Dissolved in acid. Okay, well, there's kind of very little I can do about that. You're growing. You're growing and you need to not grow! It's just a straight-up xenomorph. It's not even Gigeresque. It's just straight-up Geiger. Well, sir, you're trapped, and you need to be dead yesterday. You are so strong. You are unbelievably strong. Look at all that damage you are taking. There is no way we can do anything about you in combat. Were you actually dissolving blocks? I think you were. Okay, so new note to self, we can never let that or anything remotely like that happen ever again. There goes most of my baked potatoes. I don't even know if I managed to eat 30 of them or if some of them dissolved. Oh, good lord. How in the world of Minecraft are we supposed to deal with this? Look, it actually melted right through the floor, straight through to the next chamber. That is some real potent acid, and I need to get some. I do. I don't have... Oh, I do have arrows, okay. Alright, so our primary weapon then needs to be the bow. It needs to be, and we cannot let those things get anywhere near us. It came out of an egg, it seemed like. Can we maybe extract one of those? Do I... the one it came out of should be fine to extract, right? We are not bringing this stuff back home. No, we need a foreign outpost. A place designed specifically for testing these things. If this stuff ever got, like, to a village or something, I'm just assuming this stuff can interact with the villagers the way it interacted with me. If it ever got out, that would be, like, just the end of the surface world entirely. That's a human skull over there. Can we... Okay, we need to try to get some hits off from a distance. Okay, that appears to be inorganic, but approach cautiously. Alright, it is mineable. Let's attempt with the diamond silk touch pickaxe. It's quite tough. We've got something. Alien jar. We'll take the skull with us for further testing. Maybe it can tell us something. And let's try and break our way through what looks like a table. Can we maybe figure out what kind of substance it's made of? Like everything else, it's extremely strong. If we could use this as a building material, maybe it would actually be ideal for a containment unit. Even the egg itself is really gross and wet. But it doesn't seem like it's actually mineable. Or is it? I can't tell. We get nothing for it. Okay, we'll just do a breadcrumb trail for now. A straight shot. There's no water on top of this chamber, meaning that, like, this must be like some kind of mucusy substance produced by the organic material itself, right? We need to move very slowly because if something spots us first, that'll be a huge issue. Oh, there's like all these ornate patterns on the ground. And this seems to terminate in a dead end that leads to a regular cavern. Okay, so that's enough of this place. We'll try and grab some more substance. But it is really painful to grab. I mean, it takes forever. What about this rocky stuff that acts as the floor? Can we get that? Nope. No such luck. And this seems to be going a little bit quicker. Yeah, that's just more alien organic substance. Oh my, even after knowing the massive danger this place poses, I can't help but be more curious than ever. Some skulk growing over here, a clashing of worlds, perhaps? But whatever this is, it must have been down here for a really long time. Another large chamber in the center. I can't place my torches here. This is horrifying. I'm actually afraid to move forward. I mean, knowing that there's very little I can actually do about these creatures. How easy it would be to get turned around in here, because running and firing arrows are really all I've got up my sleeve. I mean, if we hadn't managed to contain that thing and kill whatever it rapidly grew into, this would become a plague that would so quickly spread over the surface. I mean, what if it doesn't just interact with people? What if it interacts with animals as well? All right, we need more of these, more torches, all the torches we can carry. I just heard something. Oh no. Oh no. There's a pit. Almost looks like it has like religious significance, like some kind of like sacrificial thing. Like something would be dropped down there as like an offering. Alright, let's keep exploring. I don't really have the ladders to spare on that at the moment. No, not at all. There's something over there. I saw something moving in the dark, and I think I briefly heard something as well. Oh, it's hard to tell in amongst the drops of water, but I don't want to get closer to put torches down. There is something there! Okay, Xeno. I couldn't, in my panic, pretend I don't know what a xenomorph is, but like... Is it back there still? More importantly, can we take it? Answer, only way is going to be if we can trap it in that chamber again. We need to know exactly where we're going, or we're not going to have any chance. Alright, so it's through here, and dead ahead, meaning it's all the way back through this chamber, and on the left. I would feel terrified of doing this even with my From the Fog character, but... Is that having no effect, or is it hitting something before you? No, it's just straight up having no effect on you. Arrows do nothing. Oh, but wait. I think you're contained. Hang on. Yes, you're inside some kind of, like, tank. Still be very, very careful exploring, but... Does this mean you can survive, like, without sustenance for, like, potentially thousands of years? Alright, well, at the risk of getting stabbed through the glass by your giant tail, I'll take that stuff back. A unique opportunity to be sure, just asking me to try and break in there. But for now, my fear will get the better of me. Yeah, and we're not going this way. What can you teach me? Oh, you're just staring me down now. Look, all these, like, structures coming off of your back. Is that an open egg? Is that maybe where you came from? And more importantly, actually, will destroying it cause problems for us? Wait, it's on top of something as well. Another fleshy substance. But we cannot harvest it. Well, we've got a couple of different ways we can go. I'm actually hoping to encounter another of those face huggers. Because I want to see if I can strike it with an arrow before it can get me. Oh, this place is huge. All these chambers separated by winding hallways. Maybe it's meant to be confusing. I mean, I strongly suspect that this whole thing is some kind of containment which I foolishly breached into. Yep, there's nothing more over here. Let's make ourselves some more torches. Organisms that are so powerful individually and able to reproduce so quickly and efficiently would be a huge existential danger, so I don't understand why they would even bother keeping them alive or how they would manage to contain them. Now I'm starting to wonder if they're not maybe like some kind of bioweapon. Something that could be unleashed on, like, an enemy population. Essentially a biological weapon of mass destruction. But it seems like we've explored every corner. And there's almost nothing left but to try getting these things out of their cage. Which is a horrible idea, but I just don't know what else to do. So here's what I'm thinking. We build up this stuff. This is not going to work. This is never going to work in a million years. But we've got to hope that it does. I need someplace to retreat to, someplace where I can leave just a single gap that is able to be closed when I run back. Because I'm worried. Plan A is that I try just like breaking a single hole in this tank and then shooting arrows through that hole. If that doesn't work, I'll run back and fortify this position, and if that doesn't work, I just run, period. Are you getting damaged? Okay, that's breach made. It hasn't realized it. Okay, hit. 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 Oh, I only have so many arrows. If not, I may have to come in close, but it may be able to grab me with that long appendage. 27 arrows left. Make sure each one is hitting for maximum damage. Nothing else, this will maybe weaken it, but this is actually much larger than the one that we encountered on the stairs. Meaning it could be even more resilient. Even in their most basic forms, it seems like these things are incredibly tough. But at least its acid, if it is bleeding, doesn't seem to be melting through this. That was another thing I was worried about. This thing tanked everything we threw at it. Ow. And you are quite capable of hitting me from that distance. Did you die? No, you did not die. Okay, we need to stay out of range. You're trying to avoid me. You're crawling to the back of your tank, and you're dead. But I don't like for how long your corpse lingers. It actually didn't do a tremendous amount of damage to me. But then again, it didn't exactly have a good angle, did it? It must have hatched from this egg. I wonder if you weren't deliberately hatched directly into there? Well, next thing's next. Let's try using Silk Touch to salvage some of this glass. And it is nothing more than simple black stained glass. Okay, so this will keep it contained. I'm wary of every corner. May contain something else. But more likely they do just go into the caves surrounding it. Wait, have we been here? No, there are still hidden chambers beyond. Oh. I do not like this one bit. There's still more to be excavated. Which means potentially more organisms. I just heard something that sounded very, very squishy. I don't like this one bit. This place is scaring me so badly. And we're starting to run low on torches again. The problem is I can't even penetrate this darkness because doing so may expose me to something that I'll be helpless to defend against without my bow. And potentially even with my bow. Keeping a distance from the facehuggers is going to be the name of the game. Yep. It's another one. Be ready to run. Oh, right, I don't have any arrows. That would have been bad. That would have been bad. Sneak away until we can get some more. Well, since we need to stop and rest for a while. A much earned rest, might I add, although I really don't feel safe here in knowing that we've created a hole that leads straight down into that thing. Knowing that we've exposed it to the air of the outside world fills me with such a sense of dread. But I think we'll start looking at what we can do with this stuff in our little field lab. Not much from the look of things. I cannot tell you how wrong it feels to have brought anything from down there to the surface. And I feel like I'm just stalling for time at this point, but I don't know. I need to know more. I need something testable. I need something that we can use to come of this. I really should have taken the hint, but I don't know. It seems to just have the opposite effect on me. Only, unlike the other things, the cave dweller could be killed, a portal to the deep blood realm could be opened and then sealed again. This feels like we've opened Pandora's box. And I've had to build myself a little makeshift chicken farm up here just to get the feathers needed for arrows. But yeah, there is no chance at all that I'm attempting to engage facehuggers with just an axe. Like, no way. I don't know if it snaps onto you automatically or if there's any opportunity to dodge or hit it first like a friggin' baseball coming towards you, but I'm not taking that chance again. And then it lets go. And you just think, oh, it's over? Well, that was terrifying, but I made it. And then the stomach pains start. I think that's the worst of it. The relief when it finally detaches, and not knowing that you're basically already dead. Even besides all the subtext with a xenomorph's design and physiology, I just feel like there's something about them that brings back a sense of actually being prey. Of being a victim of something that is so much more powerful than you, that you have no defenses against, and that is utterly devoid of concepts like empathy. What you're dealing with is something that isn't evil, but is nothing but pure, harsh, malevolent utility, really. It's everything it needs to be, and nothing more. Although, that still does leave the question, if these things really are nothing more than hyper-capable predators, then what built their containment? There's even more questions within that, like, something clearly exploited them, potentially, or wanted to get rid of them? Something that must have been here on Earth long, long ago. But if so, what happened to them? Things like this actually make me think of some of the proposed solutions for how to safely store nuclear waste. I mean, some of these substances, which might be dangerous for hundreds, if not thousands of years, you need to mark these things so that people who exist thousands of years in the future will know to stay away. Some of the proposed solutions have been like these giant, jagged sculptures above the mountains they're stored under, meant to basically communicate universally, stay away, danger. And that is so fascinating to me because, well, I wasn't exactly getting happy vibes from some of the stuff I encountered even before we got to our first facehugger. I'm back here once more, this time equipped with many arrows and ladders for exploring the sacrificial chamber. And we'll see... we're moving so slowly like this, we will see if stealth matters. The silence is deafening. Nope! Oh, the egg itself could take damage. Yep, as can you. Oh, but you're a fast little thing. Okay, fall back, fall back, fall back. This thing's gonna keep coming, and you're dead. Right? I don't like how you continue squirming on the ground like that. Please finish dying. There we go. Alright, so that chamber should have been rendered safe. Only this egg doesn't dissolve like the other one did. Doesn't wither. Okay, let's continue being extremely careful. These skulls apparently left here as a matter of course. Okay, we don't need to be dealing with that on top of everything else. We already dealt with that in From the Fog. But look, fascinating. It's like some kind of like gelatinous material with like a fleshy core in the center. And it like oozes out and I guess grips to the surface it's on. This is definitely ritualistic. Human skeletons left here. Maybe as a food source? Or some kind of offering for when it hatches? Of course, if that's the case, it would have long since decomposed. Alright, what am I doing carrying this stuff? We'll use our Silk Touch to... It's still alive. And still burning, but not actually causing damage to this material. Well, in that case, we'll switch to this then. And now you'll wither. And eventually burn away. There you go. And I suppose we'll collect this once more. Yeah, that acid, very potent. I mean, able to burn through all of that. What was all that? Oh, we got stuff. A golden apple, a music disc. Huh. You know, I actually had this enchanted book. I didn't know where it came from. It must have come from the last jar. Now, this is no doubt going to be more than a little bit dangerous. But I feel we have to at least try. Oh, that is so deep. Alright, we've got 18 ladders. This doesn't work. Oh my. We need a safety. I'm worried about it potentially destroying specimens at the bottom, but we need some kind of safety. So there you go. Oh. And let's see what there is. Just didn't feel confident in a misclick or mistype, not sending me careening into the depths. Oh, it opens up substantially down onto an even deeper chamber. This isn't the bottom of a pit. There's actually something down here, even a depression that may indicate that something may have been meant to pool here. It's so much bigger than I thought. But we're starting to see regular enemies. There's a creeper down there. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what caused that to disappear, that torch. Unless the thing knocked it out itself, but I want nothing to do with it. I mean, you saw how much damage that last one tanked, right? And I say that, and yet I'm moving forward. What is wrong with me? What is wrong in my noggin that makes me do things like this? I don't understand, and I'm genuinely, like, angry with myself right now. Okay, lava. Lava potentially useful, actually. Nope, no. Oh, I think you're also in a cage. Yeah, but you're just... Oh, I see. You're deliberately trying to keep yourself in the dark, aren't you? That's how you hunt. Meaning you must have some sort of night vision capability. Meaning trying to be stealthy down here is absolutely useless. Is that another egg? Can we potentially kill it from range before it has a chance to hatch? You will hatch when damaged. Okay. Well, now we've got to be real accurate. Nope. Nope, no. Back, retreat. Ah, you're quite fast. These things are so scary because they're so small and so unassuming. They're scary in the way a spider is, but it's just, if they touch you, you are dead. It's such a high-stakes game that doesn't feel like it should be. And that's not me criticizing the mod right here. Oh, no. There's even more. We've eliminated one, but there's at least 3 more. We have the arrows to do this, but only if we strike true. There you are. don't know what distance you'll jump. Can we collect you? Your corpse lingers for a really long time. Anything we open, we have to kill, because we can't risk any of this getting out. I don't know if I hit you there or not. Nope. You're not stunned by getting hit at all, either. You're extremely hardy. All right, this way, please. Oh, no. I think one of those hits wasn't as charged. I can't risk going after the other one. I just don't have enough. Okay, you're opening. You're opening. We saved an arrow, not getting you from range. 1, 2, 3! Hun, thanks, Skulk. But now we truly are out, so... well, I guess we got one back. Here's a shriveled other egg. Oh no. Oh no, what is this? What is this? I cannot move. I cannot move at all. Slowness 3. What do I do? Oh god, I feel like something's coming to get me. Is this actually doing damage right now to this thing beneath me so I can get out? I can't even tell. I simply cannot see anything anymore. I have to... And I'm dead. Perpetuates the cycle? What even happened there? What did I touch? It looked just like the destroyed eggs that are everywhere else. Well, there's probably another alien where I dropped my stuff now. Or is there? I don't know. Yep. Okay, so that led to the creation of an egg. Not quite sure how that works, though. There's simply no way I can fight that in melee. If I have one complaint with this mod, it's that, like, there's so many things in this where there's just, like, no player agency at all. Like, it's just, if it's there, you are cooked. For example, this dude. We are going to see if it can't climb a water ladder. Really hoping it cannot. Oh, we have no arrows, really. Let's switch to this. Not like I'm going to try and fight this thing. But I think this is more or less over. We can try it. Oh, look at that. You will actually clear all of this stuff out. I do want to try and get over there and maybe examine some of those substances, see if, like, without climbing into them, we can't remove them. But then again, most things haven't actually been interactive, and I really do wish you could, like, actually harvest more of these blocks. Yep, there you are, hi, ow. I can't move when you're, okay. I can't move, my view's all zoomed in. Left control to dismount. You're not giving me that option. Okay, run. Well, at least you're not an insta-kill. Oh, I can't shoot you in the face while it's like this. You're considered a mount. That's potentially exploitable, although I suspect not. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's actually a whole lot I can do to you in combat. So that's an issue. You will try to... Oh, you can grab me from a distance, it seems like, with that long tail of yours. But yeah, no. Wow, you've actually cleaved a hole in the water itself. Nuts. Nutso. Crazy. You're much tougher than one in a cage. And you're fast, too. There you are, moving there. Imagine a whole bunch of these. Imagine an actual swarm when just one is near impossible to actually deal with. Come on now. Die. Remember, it took more than 30 to kill the other one. And that didn't even kill it. I don't know what you're doing to this water, but it's really weird. But it does seem to slow you down, at least. And who knows if it's actually effective in stopping the acid. Doesn't seem so. You caused this to behave so weirdly. Oh man, you must, like, require, like, firearms mods and all kinds of other things to actually be expected to deal with this, right? Because there is just no way otherwise. Oh, you grow back from the goop. Some of you grows on the walls like vines. I don't imagine we can remove that. Actually, wait. Have we tried using shears? It doesn't seem to be doing much of anything at all, really. Oh, come on. What about fire? How do you respond to fire? Okay. It does spread in here, but it basically does nothing. It's a straight-up minefield, only so much worse. Yeah, okay, well, we are not navigating through here. But since we have given ourselves some more arrows, maybe we try... Ow! Maybe we try just going back and dealing with those facehuggers? That acid is still here. It's been a long time since we've done anything in this direction. Okay, but let's start this process again. There you are. I would have been so proud if I had hit you. You fell down in the center there. Are you going to be coming back after me? Remember, we do not want to activate these other ones. It's the last thing we want. Oh, you're crawling on the walls and ceiling. That's not good for us. Oh no, you're crawling like way upward. Oh, and it's only in the skulk that I'm able to see... No, we can't have anybody escaping. It's only in the skulk that I'm able to see that this actually goes way up. Come on, you. That's right, towards me. That's what I want. Oh no, if we actually let one of these things loose... So you things are what happens when one of these is allowed to degrade. It seems to be like another stage. I see you up there, perhaps after hatching? Let's take the shot. There we are. That is a load off my mind. And there are tons and tons of jars here that we should be able to take back with us. And you know what? I think, if my own trepidation and common sense isn't enough, well, maybe the limitations of my own inventory will be. Oh wait, we can open them. Huh. Well, I've been doing all that for nothing. Another golden apple. Oh, imagine me figuring out containers. Soul torches. So perhaps there was some interaction with the ancient cities, or perhaps the other way around? A saddle? Haha, perhaps we will be getting a horse out of this after all. But it seems that these things are otherwise mostly empty. We've got to kill these things, though. We cannot allow whatever this is to spread. Something tells me we're doing actually a public service by eliminating these. But we'll be doing even more of a public service by sealing these tunnels off entirely. Well, at least I'm going to have some awesome storage as a conversation piece for my living room. Well, after an agonizingly long time clearing a somewhat safe route through here, I guess we just see what's further on, and it should be... Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh, cool. No, there's more. Sweet. Alright, now that's done. And I do not like the sound of that. No, not at all. Not at all. This looks to be a container that's missing one. Maybe, oh, maybe that's the one that chased us in the tunnel. I thought it had spawned from us. And it's entirely possible still that it did. Yeah, no, there's all kinds of horrors, and it just cakes in the stuff from here. And I think I have finally reached my limit. And it's time to just take our spoils and get out of here. Journal entry. Ah! I cannot even begin to describe what wild balderdash I saw down there, but all I know is I want nothing more to do with it. Unfortunately, I wasn't even able to get many useful biological samples, but how can I see that as anything other than a blessing at this point? Goodbye. Forever. This is the real reason why we brought Silk Touch. We were able to drag up some artifacts, so we're not leaving empty-handed. All we're leaving with is, you know, some cool things that may have belonged to an ancient intelligent race. And, well, the knowledge that our world is nowhere near as secure as we would like it to be, that there's cosmic horrors beyond our comprehension living here with us right now, and all it takes is for the wrong guy to stumble onto it. So what's our total loot now that we get a chance to look at it? We're totally out of food, but we've got 5 alien jars, 11 organic alien blocks, a couple of skulls that were ritualistically sacrificed apparently, and a music disc. Well, I have to say, if the aim was to capture the intrinsic, like, primal terror of Alien, it more than succeeded. I mean, good God. Their quickly replicating nature, the fact that your deaths, like, compound themselves as a result, and the fact that we asked for this. I mean, sure, they're ludicrously overpowered for what we have. I definitely think you need, like, other mods, things like heavy weaponry in order to effectively deal with them. But we came all this way. We dug all that way down. We crossed oceans and mountains. We asked for this. Like, there's no other way to put it. We cannot blame the game. They're strong, they're fast, they're impossible to kill, they leave you in the dark and snatch things out of your hands. And yet, it's our own hubris that was the real killer. We were the ones who decided, tunneling into this thing, coming all this way, that, yeah, let's press on. Let's continue shining a light into the dark. Let's investigate that weird moving thing over there. Let's break open this tank. Sure, I'll take some samples, why not? I'm just saying that this terrifying, overpowered implementation may actually be like one of the most faithful to the source material things I've seen for this property. I just think there's a lot of love and care here into what made Aliens so scary in the first place. I think we're getting into familiar waters again, because that is one of the deep blood structures. Oh, well, it's good to be home, I guess. Even if we are still a ways out. Yep. Seeing our torches on the horizon, there is our old base. Which means that the new one is not so far away. Yep, there is no mistaking that for anything but home. So let's just collect our prizes and go store them in a safe place. These things feel almost like teddy bears in comparison to what we've been dealing with. But all I want to do is get inside, and I don't even care if there's only a few hours left in the day. All I want to do is sleep. Good night. This is one of those things that I'm just never really going to get over. I mean, how do you go on knowing that that's out there? Well, we've got the artifacts to prove it, but when I look at these jars all lined up in my basement, I can't help but see them as a bunch of gooey, gloppy eggs sitting in the dark. Was it worth it? Well, as a scientist, I don't think of things in terms of worth it. I simply think of them in terms of, did we learn anything? And even though we didn't get answers, we did learn something. I like to think there's a distinction there. Now let's use this alien chitinous something to patch that hole that the previous adventure left. And store the rest in the sample container over here. Well, we did still have a jukebox. Alright, there we go. Yeah, there's a song fitting of the dark depths we explored. Quite convenient that it's compatible with our jukebox, but I wonder if maybe this wasn't the ancients' way of saying, stay away. Maybe they could have put it somewhere other than deep in the caverns that they left there, but hey, at least we got a sick track out of it, right? And, you know, listening to it, I get the feeling that somewhere, oceans away, someone is actually really enjoying this warning. If I had any complaints about it, I would say that there's sort of a lack of, like, player agency. Like, there's almost nothing you can do about it. But I also see the argument in that being part of the experience, that the only winning move is not to play, or, at best, grab what you can and get out. I also sort of wish, I suppose, that there was like a little bit more in the way of like crafting, something to do with this stuff, besides having some really sick chests to play with. But it certainly works as a horror mod, not necessarily as a Minecraft extension. And maybe that jarring nature, well, does help play into the alien nature of Alien. However, I'm not done yet. I mean, I'm not ending this without running some tests, and, well, with some pen and paper calculations, I suppose we should probably run the simulation on what would have happened if one of those facehuggers had actually gone free. Here's just one small area of a creative server I've been working on with my cousin for over 10 years now. I populated it with villagers, because it seems to have despawned all the ones that were here, and the texture pack isn't working. But what would happen if we spawned just a single alien egg? Well, they don't know what to make of it. And it claims its first victim. It looks stupid, but it's not unlike what happened to me. I spawned another one. It's looking for prey. Wow, all of them are like huddling inside this one place. Yeah. I don't know what happened to the other ones. Do they not chest burst out of villagers? You can see that long proboscis like inserted down the throat. Oh, and it hops between victims. Oh, well, okay, maybe this is meant to be played co-op, although it doesn't seem like you exactly help. More, it becomes even more panic-inducing. Simply a hot potato of death. And it falls off. Meaning something's got to start happening to you, right? Well, this doesn't seem to have proven to be quite the apocalypse simulator I was hoping it would be. But who's to say we can't still have a little bit of fun with this, huh? I mean, if something's not happening, we can always just make it happen, right? Yep! Okay, so I guess it's like not intended behavior then. The facehuggers can connect, but they can't actually, like, impregnate them. And while the xenomorphs will try to attack them, they're not exactly capable of making such precision hits. Well, we do have a couple of other things to experiment with. First of all, runner alien. Ooh. Where do you come from? You are giving a bit more chase. Okay, and there's one called the aquatic alien. Again, this texture pack does not seem to be working in this version, but let's try and see what an aquatic alien actually is. Ooh, you're like a big blue dolphin-looking thing. That is so weird. Imagine seeing one of those things swimming towards you. I've heard of sewer gator legends, but this is something else. Well, that lives here forever now. What is an alien sarcophagus, since I didn't get to see one of these? Ooh. And they act as a container. But if we have a look at the items in here, sorry I didn't get to see one of these, we can see they can actually contain different things. Wow, that is so horrifying. Actually, it's entirely possible that we did see these and simply didn't think to right-click on them. These would be perfect for NFTs. Yep, a hugger contained within that one. Ooh, but oddly enough, only the one all the way on the right seems to actually interact. Yeah, sorry about that, buddy. That was my bad. I'm actually thinking we build an impromptu containment of our own, because I've had a look in the spawn menu, searching to try and see what's there, and although the Gigeresque items don't appear to show up in the regular search bar, they do if you type in a name. So we'll just segment these things off. They don't have to be big, and I don't actually particularly care if they stay inside or not. So if we type in simply egg, the Gigeresque stuff all falls to the bottom, and we have alien egg, spawn egg, we've already seen that. Facehugger, we've seen that. Chestburster, seen that. Regular alien, but then there's aquaburster. Aquatic alien, runner burster. So each of them has their own burster as well. Wait, mutant popper. So a spitter is a you? Ooh. Wow, these things are so insanely detailed. I'm gonna save you for the most interesting one. A hammerpede. What is a hammerpede? Weird looking thing. Mutant hammerpede. What's a mutant popper? Oh. You are something I don't recognize at all. And a runner burster? Ooh. Oh, look at that thing. How fluidly it stands up. Oh, and you look much more like the flesh that we would actually consider to be flesh. Yeah, the aquaburster is much the same. Are you growing as we speak? You were slightly differently textured a second ago. Now, I don't know much about it, but I believe in alien lore, they're actually silicon-based instead of carbon. Okay, but there's one more, and that is the mutant stalker. And I'm sorry to say, buddy, but you're gonna be the one to test it. Whoa! Oh, it has, like, cloaking abilities, and it's like, oh, it's like a scorpion. I mean, they're all sort of like scorpions, but this even more so. Oh my, did you look at the mouth? I assume mouth on that thing. I don't know if that's original or if it's actually from something, but that is horrifying. Imagine if I had come upon one of these things in a containment unit, and I didn't even know it was in there and broke it open. Oh, look. It looks like this iron golem fought with one of the creatures that spawned. And when it died, it just melted straight down. Look at how deep that is. Oh, these things are so beautifully destructive. I've since had a look at the mod page, and it does actually describe it in the way I did, as a Pandora's box that is simply a horrible idea to open, and once you do, good luck getting it back in. Oh, wait. Oh, somebody's actually been captured by the thing. I didn't realize that could happen. It's only a matter of time now. Yeah, if I have one suggestion for the developer, it's that what this mod really needs, like really, really needs, it's got a few people, is the ability to have some way of pulling a Weyland-Yutani and harnessing this stuff. Like, there has to be some incentive, however bad of an idea it may be, to actually take this stuff out with you and have something you can do with it, but you've got to keep it tightly under control, or else, well, something like this will happen in a place you really don't want it to. It was a delayed reaction, but it's starting. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that is at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this mod out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. And I am going to go see if I can't play that RTS from years ago.